Every golfer has seen it. You're out on the first tee, playing with somebody new, and they take forever to swing. They stand there, locked in place, staring at the ball like it's a staring contest. And you watch, wondering if they're okay, wondering if you actually need to call someone. It slows the round of golf, it frustrates the faster players, and feels actually a little rude. And I think today it's still the elephant in the room that no one wants to talk about until right now. It's actually quite a phenomenon that we just don't see in other sports. And here's why. Golf is the only major sport where you self-initiate the movement, make a full wind-up and release while striking a stationary ball, a small ball at that. Now, every other striking sport is more reactive. You respond to the ball in motion, generally coming at you. And every other throwing type sport releases without actually striking anything. Only golf demands that you generate the entire sequence from stillness. And that uniqueness explains why freezing is so common. We're stuck between making an athletic motion and trying to be perfect. And to make matters worse, golf instruction has actually magnified the problem. The setup is often overemphasized with grip, aim, stance, posture, and alignment. Golfers start believing the perfection at address is the key to good golf. And I believe this is the reason why we spend so much time watching our playing partners frozen for a little too long. The truth is, impact creates the shot, not your setup. And impact is movement, not stillness. Now get this. I've asked hundreds of students over the years this question whenever I see the frozen position. Is your setup position the same as your impact position? Almost everyone says yes. Only the advanced players ever catch on. Now, the truth is, none of your body parts, knees, pelvis, chest, elbows, arms, hands, are in the same place at impact. And that's measurable. The pelvis, for example, moves 6 inches forward. The chest rotates open. The hands are forward. Every part shifts because impact is about movement. And that reminds me of a chapter in my coaching life many years ago when I was playing and promoting what became what is known as extreme golf or speed golf. And that sport was created by the legendary runner Steve Scott, who held the U.S. mile record. And in 1979, he decided to combine his two favorite sports, running and golf. And the sport took off and is still being played in many countries with an annual world championship. And with speed golf, you run in between shots, adding your score to your time. No time to freeze. Now, as a golf instructor, I really saw the value in playing extreme golf, and I started offering an early morning league for my students. What I didn't expect is how many joined in because they were fed up with slow play. They could actually play 18 holes and be at work by 9 a.m. Then the UCLA golf team started playing as part of their training. The coach was a big advocate of it and used it to get them thinking less. The whole team would finish 18 holes in under 1 hour. I even had a reporter from the LA Times hear about it who came out to investigate. Now, I remember it took him about 3 holes before he finally let go of the checklist in his setup. And he then proceeded to play the best golf of his life, and he wrote a great article about it. Now, something beautiful happens when you let go. The swing becomes freer, more athletic, more alive. When you start trusting the flow, the shot happens naturally. The tension drops, and suddenly everything just seems to click. Now, the truth is, an athletic motion beats the frozen perfection every time. When you finally let go of those frozen positions, started to relax the arms and start to move the body a little bit, all of a sudden your ball will naturally fly off the club face, just like life responds when we stop clinging to fear. Okay, well, now I want to teach you my favorite drills and exercises, and how to get you unlocked. Get your arms more relaxed, get you moving a little bit more. You're going to be teaching your muscles and your nervous systems how to flow. You're showing yourself and others what freedom looks like. Now, I love this exercise, and it's a real step in the right direction if you're frozen. Remember, what we got to do is we got to get your arms more relaxed. You got to get your body moving a little bit. So in this exercise, I'm not going to start with the golf club right behind the golf ball. I'm actually going to bring it in towards my body. And that's going to allow me to really relax my arms. So I take my normal setup position, my normal orientation or distance from the golf ball. And then before I swing, I simply move the golf club clear over here. And now what I've got is I've got a little bend in my elbows. My arms are hanging straight down. And this is going to be my starting position. Now the club's going to come right back to where it started because of centrifugal force. It'll be my normal golf shot, but I'm not starting from that position. I'm starting from a very, very relaxed position with my arms. Okay, so my normal setup position. I'm going to bring the golf club all the way over here. And then from here, my arms are completely relaxed and I make my normal golf swing. Now, if you don't waggle the golf club, I'm talking about just a little back and forth movement or up and down, or heck, you can just go in circles if you want to. I would really encourage you to do that. What you're doing is you're feeling the weight of the club head. And you can start doing it right in your pre-shot routine. You can do it right up until when you hit the golf ball. What that does is it keeps your hands nice and relaxed and keeps you feeling the head weight of the golf club. And that feeling kind of sets your movement and gives you pace and tempo. Now there's some great exercises that you can do that'll get you really unlocked. And I love this one. All I've done is I've got 3 balls. You can do this other driving range. And they're all lined up. And I'm just going to hit the first one. And I'm going to try to keep my rhythm. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. All 3 shots were really good with no setup position. Just maintained my rhythm and kept my feet moving. Now, another good practice is to use a trigger move, something we call a press in golf. And that just simply means that we're going to use another part of our body to start the golf swing. So popular in golf is a forward press with the hands, or possibly bumping into the left side and then moving, or possibly even taking that trail knee and just kind of hinging it in there and then making your swing from there. A good press or trigger move can really smooth things out and get you started right. Have you ever just thought about not setting up at all? Maybe just start from here? I think you'd probably call this the Happy Gilmore swing, but maybe a little bit more subtle. This kind of feels nice right here. I can visualize my shot, step into the shot. Whoa, that was a beautiful shot right there. I wish you could have seen that one. But how about just speeding up your routine a bit? Visualize your shot, take your setup position, focus on the golf ball, and you should be ready to go at that point. So how long did that take? I don't know, but definitely under 10 seconds. Here we go. See my shot, get my setup position, focus on the golf ball. Perfect. How about a little bit of a waggle with the feet? Okay, we can move our feet back and forth. Nothing wrong with that. That gets the body moving, the arms are relaxed, and I feel much more athletic. Oh, that was nice. And I want you to remember something. Every swing reflects what's inside, tension or freedom. When enough of us move naturally and freely, the game itself will actually respond faster, smoother, and more alive. It's not just golf, it's a microcosm of everything else. Letting go and trusting yourself. So next time you see that frozen setup, maybe it's you, maybe it's someone else, don't judge, just laugh a little. Let it remind you to let go of tension and fear and see what happens when you don't try quite so hard to be perfect. I'll see you on the next video.